Hello, people. How's everybody doing today? 7th second here. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. I know I was having a good Thursday up until about an hour ago. I hate being on support lead so much. I have to answer when questions come in. And the response started off, okay, yeah, that's a simple thing. Here you go. Answer. That started this back and forth of questions till, what, about 10 minutes ago? When I was like, okay, they were like, all right, I think that's answered all of our questions. We're good here. And I thank you for your help. Cool, thank you. Click start stream button. I'm hoping it doesn't get any more, but I'm not off the hook until 2 p.m. tomorrow. Ooh. Well, good. I'm glad you did. Because that sounds incredibly frustrating. I'm trying to remember some of the like, we were talking about some code stuff at work today during our meeting, and that just started from, hey, one of our customers noticed that we have these ports that aren't labeled in our system. Like labeled as in they don't have any, they're not the official ports we use, but they are ports that our system opens as part of the process of starting up the server. And they're like, well, what do these do? And we kind of just had to look at them and go, we'll look into it. And we've been digging around, and we think they're coming in from some of the third-party libraries, but we don't have a good way to nail them down yet. So we had like a 20-minute discussion about that today. It got, and we're like, well, what if we do this? Oh, well, shit, that wouldn't work. Is that kind of like back and forth thing? So it's like, oh. Well, that big Smash tournament is reopening their registration tomorrow. That's good. It's coming up around Dragon Con. Which is going to be interesting for me because I have no idea how Dragon Con's going to handle this shit. We'll see. I really, really, really need to know what I'm going to be allowed to, what kind of budget I have for Dragon Con, and my director has not given that to me yet. So it's like I can guess. I'm like, well, I'd like to run these things, but I can't plan any of it until, well, I get told who I can work with in terms of a contractor for equipment. So yeah. To do with that. Yeah, other than that, it's been kind of an average day. Yesterday. I think I did something to piss my roommate off again at lunch, and I don't know what I did. I was like talking to him for a second, and then at one point I just realized he's not responding to me at all. Okay then. Just kind of stop talking to him. He's just like, It's unfortunate, but I just didn't. I like I said, I didn't know what happened. Did anything else happen today? Oh, I guess. So I decided at lunch that I wanted to go get some sodas from the gas station because I normally don't keep soda in the apartment. I'm like, fuck it. I just want to have some soda today. So went and did that. And I realized I didn't actually have any copies of my, I didn't have updated copies of my insurance card because I was putting on the sticker tag for my car, for my license on the back. And for whatever reason I went, wait, don't I have updated insurance in here? Should, but I don't. Well, fuck. Turns out it's actually really easy for me to print out my own insurance card, my own copies of my insurance cards, which is nice. It's actually one of the smoothest thing my car insurance company has done is being like, hey, you need new copies of your insurance card. You want them mailed or you want to print them yourself? Click a button. Here you go. It's done. So I have the really crappy paper copy until the official one comes in through the mail. So at least I'll be covered in case for some strange reason the cop decides to pull me over. Can't think of a reason why they do that. Do we have anything else? I've got the window open in my room right now because it is currently 71 degrees outside and it's currently 79 in my room, so I've got it going. Already got that working. Already got the fan on blast. And we can get in. Is there one of my like mustache hairs deciding to be an asshole and like curve up into my nose? Because it does that shit every once in a while and it gets very frustrating. Huh. All right. We'll see if that turns true. So the new rumor going around that I just saw and was reading a little bit about is that Arc System Works, the Guilty Gear people and the Dragon Ball Fighters people, among other things, there's a rumor going around that they're making a My Hero Academia fighter in their own crazy style, which would be really surprising if they announced that, considering they just got done releasing Guilty Gear at around the time this announcement will happen at E3. Yeah, they don't have any information about what it's going to be, what kind of game it's going to be. It's probably not going to be a tag style game. I just don't think there's enough characters in this in Academia that we know about to make that work. Could be a team, like a 2v2. I don't think a 3v3 would work. I don't think there's enough to do a 3v3. Yeah, okay. All right, you know what? Let's get going because I'm already late and there's not going to be a lot of shit happening tonight because of this. So let's jump in. Oh, I have to fix that. All right, so give me a second because I know what's going to happen. It's not going to play audio properly. So what I have to do is I have to force it. Oh God. Oh God. Stop. I have to force it. Onto the default. And then back onto the game. And then we reset the emulator. And that should allow the sound to play properly. Oh, here's another thing we learned. I can flip the screens crazy easy. Did not know that button was there. Discovered that last stream, and that makes everything easier because the jank way that I did it doesn't need to be there anymore. Ugh. My stomach is hating life. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I ate a bunch of chicken parmesan today at dinner, and my stomach goes, that was a lot. We're gonna be highly acidic for the next little bit because of all the tomato you ate. So we're working on it. All right. Either way, let's jump in, shall we? See, there's the audio. All right. So last time we were looking in Delicia's room. We found out that she basically didn't make any of the things she did is what I think, or something like that. It was a lot we found out last time. Talk to her next. She cheated. Yeah, it was that she covered the whole everything in fresh cream, but she didn't make any of the other structures or anything else like that, which is against the rules. Wait, no. I actually wanted to do that. Hang on. I think she only got in here to study desserts. That's not it? That's not a thing you can... That's not a jump you can make? Really? Did I? Did I really? Oh, boy. Okay, we saw this guy. What was the thing I needed to investigate? Oh, wow. I didn't save any of my voice settings. That's unfortunate. She really turned like that.
The room temperature is 68 degrees and the lights are set to green.
Gustavia said that 50 degrees is the ideal temperature for fresh cream. Okay, we've already done this. We need something else. Oh, there is a thing. We were trying to fuck. We were trying to fuck in all this cream. No, you fuck off. That is not the thing to inspect right there. Fuck you. Entranceways are always beautiful. That's what a detective thinks. Yes, after Detective Bad's shoes have trampled all over it, but this is no time for snide remarks. Okay, well, why don't you specifically inspect that? It looks like both the lamps on the pillar are broken.
Both their light bulbs are broken. Maybe they were dropped on the floor. There's some sort of red stain on this lamp's surface.
This stain, could it be?
That smell, there's no mistaking it. It's a blood stain.
Ooh.
It's a blood stain.
Why is there a blood stain on this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with the lamp bulb being broken. I should also take a look at the other lamp here. You got it, boss. So this is where Delicia originally intended to put the lamps.
I don't get why she put them in the castle. Since they're broken and don't light up, maybe she decided to put them out of the way? If she wanted them out of the way, there are many other places to store them. It's like the old saying, hide the salt in the sugar bag.
I think he means hide a tree in the forest. If Delicia intended to use these lamps as decorations during the contest, it creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. I need to deduce the contradiction at the scene. Okay. So that is... It's probably the rules?
Eureka!
Yeah. Detective Bad, please read the contest leaflet.
Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Huh. About that.
These rock salt lamps and the fluorescent cloths go against the rules.
So maybe that's where they were hidden in the castle.
I wonder about that. We should investigate further into Delicia's actions.
Can I logic any of that?
This has got to be a thing, right? Got to be a thing. We probably should investigate it, but this, like, the pointy point thing. Actually, can we do it here? It's not an official investigation item, which I think we have to do this to make it that. There's evidence that the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. What's more, there's a blood stain on one of the broken rock salt lamps. Oh, shit. Wow, my body just decided to hate me. Could this lamp have been the murder weapon?
You're right. It could have been used as a murder weapon.
Labby, is the blood analysis on this rock salt lamp finished?
Yes, sir. We just finished it a moment ago. The blood stain on that lamp belongs to the victim.
You heard what he said. Now we can investigate the lamp. The murder weapon was hidden in Delicia's room. We need to consider her one of the suspects as well. Fake desserts and Delicia broke the rules has got to seem like one of them. Yeah, that's definitely one. Using decorations that were against the rules and making fake desserts. A lot of Delicia's actions seem suspicious.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Oh, I had that on. Also, the temperature of the room was too high. Is there a reason for that?
I wonder. I think we should ask Delicia directly. Let's go with the room temperature, lady. Delicia, why is the room temperature set to 68 degrees? I think we still use this.
The cold doesn't agree with me, plus it's bad for the body. This figure doesn't maintain itself, you know. Naturally, as a lady, I'd want to look young forever.
I wondered how old Miss Delicious it really is.
Raymond, a true gentleman never asked a woman her age. This room is mainly filled with cream, and 50 degrees is the recommended temperature for preserving fresh cream.
What, really? Now it's all gone to waste.
Looks like Miss Delicious didn't know.
I thought she was supposed to be a first-class pastry chef. Fake detective, the fake desserts, and now the rules violations? Now her lack of basic knowledge. Looks like she keeps many secrets.
Can we
present the fake desserts to her and get her to talk about it?
Oi, I think you're looking at the thing you got there is rather Greggy, but the color is rather unappealing. Now, if I were to coat it with fresh cream.
Stop it, please. Let's take a look here.
A vivid bloodstain was left behind. I can't believe the murder weapon came from inside the candy castle.
Raymond, if it's too difficult, you don't have to look at it.
I'm fine. I'm gonna become a lawyer after all.
I see. You have a promising future. Alright. Is there anything else to explain on the bottom? Really crazy. Did we just get some logic-y shit? Hang on. Is it just these two? Maybe? Yeah. Delicia's knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas, and she claims she went into Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting of someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Yeah, they don't sound like the words of a pro. It's like she doesn't even realize it, or maybe she isn't a pastry chef at all. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go into the room to study desserts.
So then, are you saying Miss Delicious is the criminal?
We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us. That's not it. Is there a new talkie point? Nope. Maybe we... At least we're not getting punished for doing this. It's to cover everything in cream, isn't it? Yeah. Also, can I make a note that like the intro stinger from coming back from stuff very much reminds me of like the intro of the times running out stinger for Ghost Trick. Oh. Here are the tools used to make the desserts.
Everything from a bucket of fresh cream to a brush and a trowel. Looks more like a construction worker's set of tools.
Hey now, boys, don't underestimate the work of a pastry chef. It's completely different from construction work, where they cover the walls in cement. We use trowels to smear the cream and the brush to clean away any uneven parts.
How is that different from construction work?
There's a burner and some chemicals over here. They were probably used to make desserts. What are these chemicals? The writing on this label say, number 1, punch out. Number 9, suffering.
Are they poisons? No, they're both used to make the desserts. There seems to be artificial flavoring and colorings. Punch out is essentially a catchy name for a fruit punch essence. Very misleading.
What bothers me is what suffering stands for. Clearly succotash flavored. No, that was undersweet, mate. The cloth along the back of decoration really gives it a magical atmosphere. When you look at it, it almost feels like you're spellbound.
What we need to look for is the hidden truth of the real world. Don't be fooled by the fairies. They have incredibly high DRs and are mostly invulnerable to single target weapons. You gotta use AoE damage to hit them.
Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have a fluorescent cloth.
Miss Delicious, it's not right to leave one out.
I don't like it either, but one fluorescent cloth in the machine has gone missing.
You've lost a cloth and a machine? What sort of machine is it?
Boy, let me tell you, each piece of the fluorescent cloth is hooked up to one of these machines. The machine's called a rainbow light device. The lights is sent through the cable and into the cloth, which is made of optic fibers. Just fiddle around with the settings a little bit, it'll turn all sorts of colors. When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. It's powered by a long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in temperature.
I'm not very familiar with these kind of devices.
Mr. Edgeworth, she's saying it's a machine that transmits light to a special cloth.
I see. It's amazing what they come up with these days.
So one rainbow light device and one fluorescent cloth are missing?
Yes, see, that's right. Wherever could they be?
This fluorescent cloth, could it be related to the case? Look at this. You son of a bitch. Too high up on my wall for anything about it. That may have been what it was. It's true. That's like the only place we've seen the cloth.
That's enough investigating.
We found much more than I expected. And yet, something from before still bothers me. Prosecutor Von Karma must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then, why did he let Delicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Von Karma's true motives. Detective Bad, I would like to ask Prosecutor Von Karma something.
I've also got business with him. And Delicia there too.
What's the idea, Batty? Don't glare at me like that.
It seems Detective Bad also has his doubts about Delicia and Von Karma. Delicia, would you come with us for a moment?
Yesy, that's fine. What for?
We need to find Von Karma. There are some things we need to talk about. Wait, what? Okay, fuck it. Is this what I think it is? Hang on, I gotta mute the backup audio for the show. Turn that off for you guys for a split second. I am muted. That's a good catch. So we're talking about Karma. We're saying that we found the murder weapon and that Delicia is not the only murder weapon. Mr. Masters isn't the only suspicious.
That's not true. Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Masters is the culprit. As long as I am here.
Why is he so sure of himself? Well then, aren't you going to explain why the murder weapon was in Delicia's room?
Naturally. If you wish to know, I will tell you. Get the face off against Von Karma. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon in the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. He couldn't remove the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the scene of the crime.
Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp?
Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt.
Do you have the evidence that he moved it?
That will not be necessary.
But what?
If you have an objection, say it. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic?
Not what I thought we would be doing in this case of cross-examining Von Karma, but okay. He took Delicia's rock salt lamp from her room?
Exactly. In order to kill Dover, he had prepared the murder weapon beforehand.
But the murder weapon was found in Delicia's room. Doesn't that change the place? Doesn't that place suspicion on Delicia too?
I'm not finished. Master killed Dover.
So, the murder weapon was the rock salt lamp hidden inside the Candy Castle.
I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, defense attorney, that you too came by this information.
Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle?
Ah, maybe he is interested in Candy Castle.
Why, do you think I went in there because I wanted to? The detectives at the scene were useless, so I had to investigate myself.
I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation. Detective Bad joined the investigation halfway through.
A certain work ethic is required if you want to gain my trust. This is a flagrant waste of time. Flagrant waste of time. As well as fragrant. Stinks. I'll continue.
Wouldn't the body be left behind in his room also be cause for suspicion?
I have a favorite saying. I'd like to share it with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I have finished.
That's exactly what I'd like to say to you, motherfucker. Are you saying that Mr. Master removed the murder weapon and hid the body in the chest?
He believed that if he hid his inside his own work, it would not be discovered.
Oh, so savory.
You don't mean so sorry? She shows no sign of remorse.
He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene. Huh.
How can you conclude that Mr. Masters is the killer without any evidence?
You think that will shake me? You disappoint me. As long as the body was found in Master's room, he's the prime suspect.
Is there really no evidence pointing to anyone else at the crime scene? Surely there's room for further investigation.
Insolent attorney. Another investigation is not necessary. Masters must be the killer. If you think differently, cease these pointless words and speak with evidence.
Getting back to the crime scene, Masters isn't the killer. There must have been something there incriminating someone else. Seems Von Karma won't be shaken easily. Just have to present evidence that contradicts his reasoning.
didn't actually examine this. Blue cloth. I like this relaxing color.
Are you like gathering on like?
Hang on a second.
Dog. By the dog. Oh god. It's actually not getting any cooler in my room.
I think after this, after we get through this, I need to take a break and go turn the AC on for a cycle or two. Ba, 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 ba. I know the roommate's asleep right now. No, he's definitely asleep, right? Oh yeah, he's definitely asleep right now. He's been offline for a couple of hours. Oh, what's this? Interesting. It seems like big tournaments right now, if you are, as long as you are specifically saying that, yes, we are putting in place COVID-19 restrictions to keep everybody safe, then I think that that's going to be a good thing. I just don't know what that does for Dragon Con. So, we'll see. All right. Yeah. All right.
This is better than Mr. Edgeworth. That's so old school. And come on, hurry and make it glow.
Yes. Does he mean I'm old-fashioned? Didn't get anything out of that. Make fake desserts. Oh. Could it be the Signet crest that we're supposed to present here?
know. If you left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. The rock salt lamp was part of her castle, not just something that was used. Like, I think that still fits into his logic because he's saying that the rock salt lamp was used specifically because it was part of her castle. That is something that could very easily be pointed towards. Do we have a blanket? We don't have a specific blanket, right? We have this. I think it's just this.
Objection!
Yeah. Okay. Right idea. It's true that the murder weapon and the bloodstains disappeared from the vicinity. However, there was still one piece of incriminating evidence left behind. Have a look at this photograph, which was taken when the body was first discovered. This cloth was used to wrap the body. Doesn't it remind you of the fluorescent cloth from Delicia's room?
Ah, my fluorescent cloth was at the crime scene?
Huh, fluorescent cloth? Just what part of this cloth is fluorescent?
I guess Von Karma doesn't know about this cloth's secret.
It looks like a normal cloth at first glance, but if you use this rainbow light device, you can make it glow. Von Karma didn't know that. Oh boy. I got a different buddy of mine that is also starting Ocarina of Time, Randos, who's asking me questions. Thanks so much for your perfect investigation, bitch. Ant motherfucker got within my range, so I had to go for him.
Investigator Von Karma seems a little surprised.
I don't think it was the cloth's ability to glow that surprised me. One shred of this fluorescent cloth is currently unaccounted for. Now I'd like you to look at the color of the cloth in this photo. Don't you think it looks like the color of the fluorescent cloth before it's been lit? Before the rock salt lamp and the fluorescent cloth originally belonged to Delicia, wouldn't it be natural to assume that the cloth was used to wrap the body? Prosecutor Von Karma, I believe the present condition gives us much reason to suspect Delicia. That was a nice catch.
Hold it, Greggy. Do you really suspect me?
I don't yet know if you are the culprit, but it is true that you're hiding something. Am I right?
You did that?
So, you're saying the murder weapon and the cloth were originally from Delicia's room?
Yeah, obviously. What's so funny?
Just as I suspected from you. The murder weapon and the cloth are not from her room. How unfortunate for you.
What the hell does he mean?
Before the contest began, Master noticed her violation of the rules. He confiscated the cloth and the rock salt and kept them in his room for safekeeping. But excuse me? The victim was not seen, as he had stayed locked up in his room after the contest had begun. The only one who could have unlocked the locked rooms was Jeff Master, and the murder weapon, the rock salt lamp, was being used. The rock salt lamp was being kept in Master's room. This should be the decisive evidence proving Master's guilt. Defense attorney, you've lost to me before you even had the chance to stand in court.
What's this?
Wait, what? Was all that investigating for nothing? Miss Delicious, why didn't you tell us about your confiscated items?
Because Von Karma told me not to do anything. He said it looked suspicious if I did.
Prosecutor Von Karma?
It's true. You all suspect me. You all suspect me, don't you?
How clumsy of you, defense attorney.
On karma. So that's why he let us investigate Delicia's room.
In your clumsiness, there was one more thing I needed to inform you of. 2 sets of fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
2?
Yes, they belong to Jeff Masters and Delicia's skulls. No other fingerprints were found. After Masters killed Dover with the confiscated rock salt lamp, he foolishly concealed the murder weapon, burying his own fingerprints in its owner's room. I don't even need to prove my case in court. I have more than enough perfect evidence to prove Masters guilt. Objection!
Hold it! I still have some doubts about this fluorescent cloth found in Mr. Master's room.
Irrelevant. After disposing of the body, he intended to return it to Delicia's room.
I don't have enough information to refute Von Karma's reasoning.
Nothing left to say? If your job is done, leave this place.
Leave that?
Can't give up yet.
We've wasted enough time as it is. Bad, take them away.
There are still some doubts left in our investigation. Detective Bad?
What's the meaning of this?
It's not my nature to leave any doubts behind. There is still one piece of evidence that has yet to be identified. Oh. It's true. This motherfucker did just change my autopsy report. That's right. There's still some traces left, someone left behind.
Talk about your doubts as much as you want later. But this, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Objection!
No, I also have some doubts about one piece of evidence. It's likely that I have the same doubts Detective Bad has.
What?
This is the piece of evidence that left in Master's room that is yet to be identified. Is this not it? I still don't know the true nature of this piece of evidence. This is not the same doubt I had. Oh.
The only thing I question here is you, defense attorney. There can be no unidentified evidence before a Von Karma.
Won this. Please wait. I still have some doubts left. What?
Take that!
I thought we identified this. Did we not? Did we not identify this? I'm misremembering. I could swore we identified this. All right. Someone left a gloved fingerprint on one of Mr. Master's desserts. I thought it was claimed that I thought it was the fact that it was. Didn't Delicia say it was? Am I misremembering? I thought she did claim to leave that. Okay, I am misremembering then. If these were the killer's finger marks, then it's possible that the killer also didn't leave any fingerprints on the murder weapon.
How did you know the state of the crime scene?
I gave them permission to investigate.
Bad. What possessed you to let a defense attorney into the crime scene?
I don't recall you telling me not to let them in.
Such impudence. You best remember, Bad. If your salary review depends on me.
Oh no.
This isn't good for Bad. I'm so glad I have a kind boss like Mr. Edgeworth.
Your salary review depends on how you perform here.
I'm surprised at what a mere attorney like you has managed to uncover in such a short amount of time. However, it's possible those finger marks were masters of doing. Because they always wore gloves while cooking. Objection!
Do you have any evidence that those fingerprints were left by Master? And moreover, there are still a few points of suspicion surrounding Delicia.
You still haven't given up on that?
Reggie, you still suspect me? I've already apologized for stealing a few bites.
I don't want to suspect you. However, I can't easily trust those who tell lies. You must still be hiding something.
Reggie is a bully.
Don't you know the temperature fresh cream must be kept at? You call yourself a dessert chef, but you lack even the most basic knowledge?
I'm sorry for my lack of knowledge.
In your case, it's not even about the lack of knowledge. In truth, you don't even know how to make desserts, do you?
Defense attorney, stop trying to force your own reasoning. Says the guy who forces his own fucking reasoning all the time. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. If you say the witness is lying, show it with evidence.
We're not in a court. Yet. But very well.
Take that!
The only thing Delicia can make were those that broke the rules.
The lamp and the cloth that broke the rules were being held in Master's room. There's no way the witness could have returned them to her room. Objection!
Those were not the only fake desserts she made. Her desserts may look like something out of a fairy tale at first glance, but in reality, they are nothing but mannequins decorated with cream. Apart from the cream, they're all fake. This is not something one aiming to become the world's greatest pastry chef would do.
Is this true, Bad?
Yes, my shoes can attest to that.
Will that be enough to convince Prosecutor Von Karma?
Once he sees what Delicia has done, he'll have no choice but to be convinced. Delicia, the fact that your actions could lead you to being a suspect is no laughing matter.
I didn't murder.
Isn't it time you told us the whole truth? Who are you? And why are you indulging yourself in another contestant's work?
Yes, I understand. truth is, I'm not really a dessert chef. Like I led you to believe. I'm actually a pharmacist.
What? A pharmacist?
Completely different occupations. No wonder he couldn't hide his surprise. Why is a pharmacist like you participating in this contest?
I just love eating desserts. I joined because I thought I'd be able to eat some of Jeffy's desserts. I never thought I'd end up making it to the finals.
Even Prosecutor Von Karma's at a loss for words.
So that's the real reason you entered the contest?
Yes, I expected Jeffy's desserts were so good.
So the gloved finger marks on the picture frame were y'all doing?
No way, I never wore gloves.
Delicia's fingerprints were found on Mr. Masters' chocolate. So it's true that she wasn't wearing gloves.
Yes, exactly. You do believe me, Greg.
Is your face stuffed with nothing but desserts?
Sorry, Manny.
I think it's best. I think it's her belly that's stuck. Were Master's desserts all that you ate?
Actually, no. After the afternoon tea, I also ate Isis desserts.
You mean you entered the victim's room?
Yes, exactly. The room was empty after all.
Half the victim was already dead by then?
But my first bite tasted way too salty and I couldn't eat it. So I ate the delicious star-shaped dessert that was nearby.
Miss Delicious, you really are a glutton.
Kind of rare that you see women with this kind of appetite.
That's all I did. Greg and man at everyone. I'm sorry I caused you trouble.
Now that you told us the truth, everything's fine. There's no need to apologize.
This does not mean that your testimony is trustworthy. I'll be investigating the victim's room after this. Only then will I decide if your testimony is true.
Prosecutor Von Karma, I'd like to go as well. I also need to ascertain whether my reasoning up until now has been correct.
I'll let you follow, but I have no intention of letting you investigate.
That's enough for me. December 24th, 9 p.m. Contestant venue, Dover's room. All right, so here, I'm gonna take a break. I have no water left. I gotta go get water, and I'm gonna go force the AC to run for a cycle or two. See if I can't like cool my room down because it's getting uncomfortable in the room. Let's just put it that way. All right, so enjoy the music. Stick around. I'll be right back, and we'll keep going with Dover's room to investigate. All right. All right. Be right back. Hello, people. I'm back. Thank you for sticking with me through that break. Get the AC rolling. Just from having the AC on for a little bit, it's already dropped 2 degrees in this room. So we're gonna let it keep going. I'll crank it back up after I'm done streaming for the night, before I go to bed. So that way, I'm not like stressing the AC unit too much. But it needs to be rolling to get my room going, because it's not bad out in the living room, but that's where the sensor is. It's one of the reasons I've really considered, in my apartment at least, getting like one of those smart AC units, like a Nest or something like that, and then putting one of like the wireless sensor nodes that can connect to the Nest and can help check temperatures in rooms that matter. That's like much more valuable, because like right now I would be able to cool my room a lot more if I could open the door to my room, but I can't open the door to my room or else I'm gonna wake my roommate up. Mainly because this is not a quiet stream. This is not an ASMR stream. It's damn near anything but. And it's the one thing that sucks. When it's really warm in the room, there's very little I can do. It's the reason I like colder weather. I can always do something about... I can always do something like put clothes on or put a blanket on if I'm too cold. There is a limit to the number of things I can take off to cool myself down if the room is way too hot. So it's unfortunate, but we're dealing with it. But anyways, let's continue, shall we? You can jump back in. We are now in Dover's room.
This. What is the meaning of this? What the fuck?
The desserts adorning the victim's room had disappeared without a trace. What was this the true killer's doing? A body was hidden inside a dessert and the murder weapon was moved? Further investigation would be required to arrive at the truth of this case.
God, is there... This is what I get for looking at my fucking timeline. Wait, what? Did I really just do that? Did I really just like literally stop 10 seconds before a save? Is there a Popeyes anywhere near me? Like there's not. I have to basically go... I'm like dead center, but like between, what is that, 4 different Popeyes? For whatever reason, they're just like all over the fucking place compared to where I'm at. I saw somebody talking about Popeyes because Chick-fil-A's in the news again for doing dumb shit. I mean, if I really wanted to go to a Popeyes, I'd probably be going up to the next exit. There's a ton of shit up there. Like it's the super big section of the town north of us. But like, there used to be like 2 or 3 fucking Popeyes near where I lived previously. It was great. Now not so much. There used to be one near my work too. And there's another one near a friend's house that I go to every once, or I'm probably going to start going back to. I'm probably going to start spending my Wednesdays going back to their place because they're starting to do in-person board gaming again, and I kind of miss it. I didn't really enjoy the digital board gaming nearly as much as the in-person board gaming. So I kind of want to get back to that. But again, there's just not a Popeyes super close. It's unfortunate. All right. So wait, so now we're back in the future? What the fuck? Okay. April 2nd, 10:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio.
Oops, I guess I went a little too long there.
Something like that actually happened. I had no idea. None of the case files I read went into such detail.
Well, I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient to the prosecution, especially with that Von Karma at the head.
How did the investigation go from there?
The desserts had disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down.
A whole year?
This was before the whole 3-day pretrial system was established. Trials didn't need to finish in the short amount of time they do now.
I see. Did they ever find out why the victim's desserts disappeared?
Well, kinda. His desserts was like a candy ice sculpture made from sherbet. Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that might not be quite the case.
Wait, what do you mean?
This museum used to be Mr. Meister's mansion.
The stage of the IS-7 incident.
And in this very place, they're exhibiting the Sherbet Salon from 18 years ago. Yep, though it could just be a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today to check it out.
And for your old man, too.
Now then, let's get a move on and check out the room. I'm pretty sure it's over in the Winter Palace.
What the fuck?
The Winter Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up? That's odd. They've already opened up the museum.
Mr. Shields, according to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over here. Not in the same spot?
Really? Could've sworn this was the one. Alright, let's scoot. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago.
April 2nd, 10:20 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Winter Palace. I see them. What are they doing here? That's who I think it is, right?
Objection!
It might be the murder weapon, but at the same time, I see two familiar faces that we may be talking to here in a moment.
Man, it's still cold as ever. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze solid.
It seems like the Winter Palace lives up to its name. There's a freezer in here. With the dimmed light like this, it's almost as if the room is itself is made of ice.
I think the control panel for the room temperature's on the back wall back there.
Yeah, oh god, the fuck was her name? God, I'm blanking on her name.
Miles, why don't you check what the temperature is set at for me? Uncle Ray's got to give the curator a piece of his mind later. It's way too cold in here.
Very well.
But if you want to look around the room a bit, feel free to stay indoors or free to stay at your heart's content. Doesn't matter.
Let's say his husband. Yeah, something like that.
We'll get the camera ready. I want to take some pictures of this place and show it to your old man.
Understood. I was like, wasn't the thing we found out that Damask was? Like, there was a part where it was like, it wasn't him, but then he's like, no, I actually did all that stuff. And I'm going to be able to prove that you just basically proved that I couldn't have done it, even though I did do it. And that you also proved that I couldn't do the murder, and I didn't do the murder. Oh my God, there's like fucking 2 of them now. What do I get for fucking leaving my window open? God. Fucking gigantic ass cat. Hold it! No way they're coming in. I don't know what to do about that. I need to call pest control again, or get pest control scheduled for next week again. And then there's like this random kid here. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to talk to you.
Miles, can I ask you something?
Of course. What is it?
Is it okay to take photos in this room?
What? Haven't you checked? You haven't gotten any warnings about it, then it should be fine.
Sorry, well, to be honest, I would have taken some anyways. Your old man always had wanted to investigate this Winter Palace after all.
Father had seen this room. Would he have found something? If he had, the results of the trial might have also... No, there's no point in thinking that now.
Well, how about this? Oh, yell out, Master Mask is here.
Yeah, it's me, Nasty Mask.
Good. Wait, Ronnie. You said that you're gonna get arrested. Come on, if we don't plan it properly, we won't be able to sell it.
What are these two talking about? Also, how nobody recognizes him walking around in the Damask outfit, I'll never understand. Who the hell is this? There's a boy here with a school bag. Did he come here to the art gallery by himself? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Itch.
She even quit her job in order to run this museum, huh? I don't really get it.
Perhaps one of his parents knows the curator? Who the... I don't know. Isn't it like the little shit kid from one of the cases in like is that like the baseball kid? Yeah, case 3. Yeah, it's the kid with the camera. Fuck was his name? Cody Hackins. Kinda? It doesn't quite match up, but it kinda looks like him. I think it's him. I can't tell who it is. Like, I mean, it's probably a reference to somebody, but you sure as hell aren't gonna see me looking it up. Boom, boom. There are two sculptures displayed here.
These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago. Impressive, huh? These sculptures are made of ice.
Yes, I can see that. My father never got to see these ice sculptures, and now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them.
Miles, I'm sorry to bother you while you're deep in thought. Could you turn this way a little bit?
What? Like this?
Yes, just like that.
Mr. Shields, you're not taking a selfie, are you? My goodness.
Say cheese.
Mr. Shields, please don't take pictures of me.
Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to make sure the camera works, okay? Let me take a couple more.
Just start fucking using the entire roll.
That camera looks quite old. Yeah, well, that's because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, an instant camera. It automatically develops the photo after shooting. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, I know. Though I've never used one.
You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Dude, could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of the room. Why do all the
photos happen to have include me in the shot? His face is taking it on an unusually serious expression. He's probably thinking about the IS-7 incident.
Man, I really snapped a bunch. And they've already developed, see?
He shut them in my face before I could reply.
Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent?
They're the sculptures of Taurus and Gemini from the winter constellations. I was about to be like, how the fuck is that Gemini? And then I noticed that the cloth is not just like a thing that the person's like hiding behind. It is a person under there.
Bingo, not bad, Miles. That's probably why they call this room the Winter Palace. Uncle Ray is feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of the photo too.
Thanks. Oh God, why did I just see that? So, fun note. We keep seeing this. My friend keeps telling me, yes, tomorrow is the day that we're gonna get the announcement of the Switch Pro. Huh? We keep seeing it, and people keep going, yes, it's going to be this. Oh, no, it wasn't yesterday. It's going to be today. The newest rumor is that it's going to be tomorrow. So, we'll see this. one last good shake before I take a sip, because I might broke a skillet. It's like, I want to know when it's going to come out, because I'm honestly probably going to try to jump on a Switch Pro, even though, like, who knows if you're going to be able to even get one, but I'm going to try. Are the replicas of the constellation desserts that were... Are these the replicas of the constellation desserts that were made 18 years ago?
Yeah, it looks like these two sculptures are also made out of sherbet. Uncle Ray's only seen the real sculptures in photos. But these sculptures look like the real deal.
This is what you wanted to show me?
Yeah, I think your old man would have wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone.
Don't apologize. This was a good opportunity to learn about my father's case.
That means a lot to me. So you want to take another commemorative photo? I've got plenty of film.
No, thank you. This rock salt lamp is lighting up the constellation chart. Let's see. Gemini and Taurus are constellations that can be seen in the winter. This is the Winter Palace. This explains the winter constellations made of sherbet? According to the pamphlet, the other palaces are made of crystal. But for the Summer Palace, it would be more fitting if it were made of, shaved ice. Well, no, that would make it the exact same as this room. Giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. On the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there's an image of the stars and a written description. The Pleiades, known as the Seven Sisters, a star cluster that compromises a part of Taurus. But for all the stars to be grouped together as a cluster, the ways of the ancient people must have been very imprecise. Wow, Edgeworth. Why you gotta do them like that? For some reason, a giant block of ice is on display. There's a description written on the surface. Castor and Pollux. Every December, large meteor showers appear in the direction of these two stars.
And so, Master Mask?
And then Those two are becoming rather noisy and distracting. Can't be helped. I should go look at another exhibit. Alright, I think that's everything I can see. Let's see the one thing he wanted me to see. Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel.
Ah, right. They keep it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh? It's locked? It makes sense. They wouldn't want the guests changing the temperature themselves.
Here's what I've had to reduce my napkins on my desk on, because the cats now can get up on the desk. And if I don't keep it in this, the cats start clawing and eating. So. It's unfortunate, but there's not much I can do about that. Because we found spots around the apartment where there's just been like a napkin left out and the cat starts shredding it, and we just don't want them to do that. So, gotta keep the napkins secured. According to the pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's cold. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze to death. I guess I'll need to find someone to share body heat with. Preferably a beautiful lady. Oh, are you trying to freeze me to death as well with those cold eyes?
Of course not. What are you... trying to find a line there, but I was like, nah, I don't think there needs to be a line there.
Alrighty, now that I've got some pictures of the room, let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all, because we're already here.
Suppose you're right.
Oh shit!
That yell just now.
It came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles.
Oh, god damn it, Larry. What did you do now, Larry? God. Motherfucking. April 2nd, 10:30 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery Fountain Patio. Fucking. Swear to God. One of these days. Like, I clicked on OBS, but I wasn't even on the goddamn scene selection. Is that the old... Someone passed out on the floor. And that man there is... Yeah, that's him. Larry, what are you doing here? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. What exactly happened here?
Edgy! I saw something no one should have ever seen. Again!
Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here?
I didn't do anything. He just fell down all of a sudden.
This man.
This man, it can't be.
Oh, whoops, we have these people back now.
Excuse me, but what is the matter here?
You can't make such a ruckus in a museum, boys.
The scent is...
Seems like he's still breathing, but this is a bad situation. Miles, it's not safe here. Get everyone out of here.
Everyone get away from that room right now. There's poison gas coming out of the room? What? The pharmacist is back. Like, what happened? Everything's... Okay, there was a drastic escalation all of a sudden. You gave up being the artist, Larry. You promised us. April 2nd, 10:42 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery Fountain Patio. Why are y'all near the room that just had poison gas coming out of it? Mr. Shields, how was the victim?
It looks like he breathed in a little too much of that poison gas. He's still unconscious. According to the doctor in the ambulance, there's no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to our fortunate timing, we were able to save him from before he was too far gone. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's currently being treated by a specialist in the infirmary.
I see. Mr. Shields, the acquaintance of yours.
Yeah, you could say that. He's Dane Gustavia. He was involved in the IS-7 incident. Along with the two other people that walked up on us, they were also involved in the IS-7 incident.
The pastry chef?
He was involved in the case 18 years ago. At least the other guy's doing all right. Is he a friend of yours, Miles?
Yes. You could say that. It's fortunate you were not hurt, Larry.
What's that supposed to...
What's that supposed to mean, Hedgie? How could you treat a childhood friend like that? That's just cruel. Also, when I'm dressed like this, I'm called Laurice Denoxium, you know? So don't call me Larry. It's Laurice.
This man is Larry Butts. He's nothing but trouble. But he's been one of my friends since grade school. Some time ago, he awakened to the calling of art and assumed the alias Laurice Denoxium. But a Butts by any other name would smell just as much.
Really? You two are childhood friends? I better report that to your old man. He didn't even know. I'm sure it'll bring him, so much joy. He was always worried about you not being able to make friends.
Oh, good for you, Edgy. Aren't you glad to have a bosom buddy like me?
My father was worried about something like that. But anyway, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry?
How many times do I have to tell you, Edgy? It's Laurice.
What are you doing in a place like this?
No, don't glare at me when you talk like that. It's not fair.
Are you going to tell me?
Isn't it obvious? I come here to study art. I'm going to take Mandy on a date here, so I was just doing some scouting beforehand.
Aren't you just using art as an excuse to go on a date?
Not bad, Laurice. Maybe you can introduce some pretty girls to me next time.
Oh, now you're talking my language, dude.
I'm getting a headache all of a sudden.
But, by the way, Laurice, did you notice anything strange when you found the victim?
Nah, not really.
Nothing that would make you say, I saw something that no one should have ever have to see.
Oh yeah, that. I was just surprised when I saw that old dude fall over out of nowhere like that.
She's not important, or she's going to be the victim, or she's going to be the killer somehow. I mean, I guess that's the only three possible positions in an Ace Attorney game. So.
For once, I didn't do anything this time.
Is that anything to brag about?
Visitors, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Catherine Hall.
She's also one of the people involved in the IS-7 incident.
Hello there, Miss Kate.
Jesus. Okay, she went crazy again.
Monsieur Shields, thank you for your continued assistance.
She was the woman we saw at the reception, so she's the curator here.
We apologize for the inconvenience, especially since it's opening day.
No, you don't have to apologize for a thing, Miss Kate. I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory Edgeworth's son.
Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth. Oh, God. Don't start singing. Don't do it. Oh, wonderful. I think Edgeworth is dying inside right now.
Wow, that was amazing. You still got that golden voice, Miss Kate.
Actually, I'm a prosecutor.
Oh, so you're a prosecutor. My most sincere apologies, Monsieur Edgeworth.
This woman is very polite, but kinda odd.
Hey, Katie, can I get your autograph right here, please?
Yes, if you so desire.
Why do you want her autograph?
Hey, don't tell me. You don't know who she is?
My, you don't really keep up with entertainment news, do you, Miles?
What is this unbearable atmosphere?
She's a superstar actress who's been in a ton of musicals and movies. She's a great singer, too.
I am currently the curator of this museum. I'm already retired from the stage. I finished filming my role for my last movie a few days ago. My co-stars also said that they would come here once I open the doors. And here you are, Monsieur Artiste. I return this to you.
Thanks a bunch, Katie. I'll treasure it for the rest of my life.
Well, looks like me and Laurice share the same interest.
So I gathered. Larry, you said you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? Since you're here at Miss Hall's art museum.
It would be an honor to have monster artists sketch our exhibits.
Oh, I guess every now and then you have some good ideas, Edgy. I'll do a bit of sketching here for Katie.
What an amusing person.
Forgive the disturbance. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier?
That was the Madame Delicia Scones. She's currently assisting in the treatment of Monsieur Gustavi in the infirmary. Even though I said infirmary, this is an art museum now, it was only provisional. As I am the only staff member working here, I cannot take a leave of my duties for too long.
Alicia Scones? I believe I've heard that name somewhere before. Mr. Shields?
Yep, looks like the whole gang from the IS-7 incident is here. Well, I know that's a coincidence.
What did you do, Ray?
Monsieur Shields, Monsieur Edgeworth, would you keep us some hot tea?
Oh, Miss Kate's tea? That takes me back.
Yes, if you please. Up and down.
I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors.
All right, thanks for everything.
And she's just gonna leave the cart here? Smells like Ceylon tea. I should drink it before it cools. Oh, this Ceylon tea is a very high quality. And this aroma of citrus
Does wonders for your concentration, right? Your old man said the exact same thing 18 years ago. But the sauces back then were chilled. Today they're warm.
Anyways, don't you think this current situation is rather unusual?
You mean how everyone involved in the case 18 years ago is gathered here at this museum on this exact day?
Yes, I was wondering about that. I would like to be in charge of this case, if at all possible.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay, sir?
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Shields! I came as fast as I could when I heard that you were done in by the poison gas.
Oh, my sweet honey Kay. How about a hug after being parted for so long?
No! Jeez, you're so perfectly fine. I can't believe you made us worry so much. Detective Gumshoe, what's the meaning of bringing Kay here?
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran and ran and ran and then ran and ran and ran some more, couldn't get any ground.
When it comes to running away, no one is faster than the Atagarasu. But you weren't running away from here.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. I was gonna ask where Gumshoe got that gas mask, but I guess he thought to bring it here. Must be one of his, like, what, 7 tools of amazing power?
Oh, actually, I should have had a mask on for that. Very well, I'm counting on you.
You're lucky in there, Flatfoot.
Wow, Gummy's so cool. He's like just like a detective. But it's actually what he is. Yes, Edgeworth here.
Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like the poison gas is dissipated, sir.
Detective, please calmly explain the state of the Autumn Palace.
Yes, sir. I'll start with the exhibits. On the left, there was a statue with 2 people. And the one on the right, there's a statue of an animal with 2 horns.
Statue with 2 people and a statue of an animal with 2 horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a little while ago?
Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. That also prevented the gas from harming anyone else. Is anybody else getting flashbacks to Danganronpa? Because I'm getting Danganronpa 2 flashbacks all of a sudden. Is that just me?
Sprinkler system. Was there a fire in the room?
There's no signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. Sprinklers in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire.
Why are they out of order? That's like my first immediate question. Why is it not spring, summer, autumn, winter? Why is it spring, summer, winter, autumn? What? There's probably something there with that. Like if I had to guess, my first instinct is like, that ain't right. Alphabetical order? Fuck off. Whoever decided to do an alphabetical order, no, fuck you. Just no, instantly no. Even then it still doesn't work. Even then whoever decided this order, they were wrong. They were instantly wrong. Whoever did it, however they did it, they were wrong.
Maybe the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir.
Was there anyone in the security room at the time? I don't know why this is not colored green. It should be.
The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. She's been in the reception booth opposite to the security room ever since the museum opened.
Did Miss Hall turn on the sprinklers?
The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have sprayed water all over the exhibits. Since the system is manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits can be moved if needed.
I guess there would be more priority over the exhibits in the building. Land Museum.
Ugh. It's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't it supposed to be the Autumn Palace? It feels more like the dead of winter in here.
The Autumn Palace is cold?
I checked the thermostat and it was set to 27. I couldn't believe it.
Why would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature as the Winter Palace?
That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure anything else out, I'll give you another call.
I see. I'm counting on you, detective. April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. What did Gummy say? He said it feels more like the winter in the Autumn Palace. I don't get it. I haven't been able to enter the room personally.
but it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating. You know what? I'd rather like to see what it's like in there myself.
Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident?
There is someone, Miles' friend, right?
Friend?
He's such a nuisance. I have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now.
Wait, you mean?
Oh, you're... Oh, God. I had to fucking get into Larry's voice.
Are you here too? You're here too, Kay? You're looking cute as ever.
Long time no see. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks, right? It's Larry, right?
Kay, right now my name is Laurice. I'm an art...
I was going to the wrong fucking voice again.
I'm an artiste. That's why.
Oh, so that's your pen name. Maurice, the artist formerly known as Larry.
Wow, you really are a good girl, Kay. Nothing like edgy here.
Larry, I have many things I need to ask you.
What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again. You're gonna say it because I was the first on the scene. I must be the culprit, aren't you?
I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should have ever had to see, did you not?
What? I didn't say. I'm now saying I didn't see nothing, and I didn't do nothing. Probably.
Oh my! You didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts, still holds true 26 years on. One can say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. Seems he's gone and done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. I just have to try and extract the truth from him. We're logic chessing Larry? Oh no. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However,
I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing.
God damn, he's got some hella defenses up. Larry's an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something this isn't something I can't handle. Let's finish this quickly. He's playing checkers. What was your purpose for coming to the art gallery, Larry?
What? Are you saying I don't belong in an art gallery? Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I drew of you. I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings of you, of course. They're works of art after all.
I don't think any of your works would qualify as art.
Don't look down on me. There are people who recognize my skills as an artist.
It's just literally, wait, he's gonna hang himself.
Mandy's my girlfriend, but man, it's really my painting she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything that my girlfriend likes.
And why are you here on your own today?
And so what? Can't a guy spend some Can't a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone? Mandy said she's a Gemini. Oh, I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of our next date.
You really have that much confidence in the sketch?
Well, I'm not so confident about this one, but I thought she would be happy if I did the sketch of her astrological sign.
I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you?
What? How'd you find out?
Because you just unknowingly told me everything. Well then, I'm not saying another word from now on. She finally decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless in my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing at the art gallery. I suppose his true motives, that shouldn't take long. You. So what did you do in this art gallery? What's with that glare? I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just loitered around the fountain patio. Tried to get a pamphlet? Did they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee? Huh? Oh, is that right? So the admission wasn't free, huh? Wait, you didn't pay? Tell me. You sneaked in here? It'd be better as you snuck in here without paying. This is like the first time where I go, is it better English to say snuck in without paying or you sneaked in without paying? I guess saying it out loud, it could be both, right? I would say, yeah, snuck is better. That's like the first time I've come across in this fan translation where I'm like, that word feels a little weird. But whatever. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do anything bad. It's just there was no one at the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in here for free. Wait, she wasn't there? Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth? Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone at the other side of the desk. Come to think of it, she did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Poor Katie, she went through all that trouble to open up the place. And now the art gallery's star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined. Wait, you know about the Winter Palace? You're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? How'd you find me out again? That's right, my goal was to see the Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason I came here. Confess quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next. I'll ask for further information. Oh god. Regarding the Winter Palace. He may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reaction and extract the information I need. Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? You're still hung up on that? Didn't I say I didn't see anything? I started to think that it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I needed to leave, so I met so I met with my girlfriend to meet with my girlfriend. I have enough clues to pursue this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line. What does this one lead to? I have no more use for you. Leave now. Huh? Really? You're actually letting me go? Well, I need to go meet Mandy anyway. Wait, that was a mistake. Angie, you need to take responsibility for what you say. Being lectured to by him. Please, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Fine, but you'll have to treat me with dinner. Be careful. Make careless statements. That's the first time they've had a careless statement in there. Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? Oh wait, I thought I did the other one. Did you also enter the Winter Palace? Whoa, what's with that look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but... You couldn't get in? You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but... That old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out.
So you couldn't get in because of the victim of the poison gas collapsed?
Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace.
Wait, I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace.
If it weren't for that poison gas incident, I'd be there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now.
He must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. On the side, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. This should be a useful clue. Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? Perhaps I should try to use this clue? And what about your sketch, sir? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right?
Well, I might have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right?
My, I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you?
Edgy, can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you.
You just told me everything of your own accord. That was a complete waste of time, but finally, it's checkmate. If I were to get a heal.
I had my eyes fixed on the Gemini sculpture.
You've mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one.
What? Was it a mirage then?
Mary mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. So if he was in the Autumn Palace looking in, he would have seen... Is there summer, spring, autumn, fall? Wait, no. He was in autumn? Yeah. So instead of having spring, summer, autumn, fall, we had, or autumn, winter, we had spring, summer, winter. What? Take a look at this pamphlet. In the Autumn Palace, the Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures are displayed. Incidentally, I can confirm the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one.
I knew it.
Wait, what? I expected to be a bit more shocked at the news.
I thought it looked kind of strange. I know I only saw a single goddess. And that transformation was no mirage.
What? Transformation, you say?
Oh, you're curious too, Edgy? Well, nothing for it. I guess I had to show you.
Show me? Show me what exactly?
I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then. But I really can't believe what I drew. Picture? What picture? Right here, this one.
Fuck? Larry, what the fuck? Hey, Daedalus. Something fucky's happening?
In a museum full of sculptures of different different astrological constellations? Or representations of astrological signs. So, shit's weird. Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood? Maurice, this picture's scary. Okay, it scared me too. The Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes. I couldn't help but scream. The victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. How things been for you, Daedalus? What do you mean when you say transform? I don't really understand it myself. The lower half of its body just turned into a fish. A fish goddess? That would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? In mythology, Pisces represents a fish that a goddess and her son transformed into. Really? So Pisces isn't just a couple of ordinary fish? Edgy, you don't think that the sculpture's cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turned into Gemini sculptures into a fish? Preposterous. You silly mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one. Oh! You put the sketch in your organizer? Even a sketch like this can be used as a scrap paper, if necessary. How could you? But it's strange. Why did only the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray's a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace. Indeed. I wonder if someone tampered with the Pisces sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth here.
Mr. Edgeworth, we finished searching the room. The poison gas isn't a threat anymore, so you can enter the crime scene.
Right. Good work, Detective. It seems we can enter the Autumn Palace now. Nice timing, Mr. Detective. Let's go right now. I want to see the Pisces sculpture. If Kay's going, I'm going too. I was planning on bringing him along anyways. Right then, let's proceed into the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace, huh? It does resemble the Winter Palace. I've been waiting here, sir. Huh? Are you the hairy butts guy? Wrong. I'm Laurie Deoxinum. Never mind that, Detective. Your report, if you please. Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident. Was it used to heat something? Is that ladder always there on the ground? It was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. The poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid off that glass case, sir. Pisces sculpture. Seems you know about it too, huh, sir? Well then, do you know what the sculpture next to it is? This is from the Autumn Palace. That would probably be Capricorn's sculpture. As expected, Mr. Edgeworth, I thought it was Taurus myself. I was thrown off as it was covered by this weird cloth. The fluorescent cloth. What's it doing here? It's from the IS-7 incident? No matter what it is or how it got here. The sculptures in this room are all covered with this fluorescent cloth. And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more. Well, let's take a look. Let's take this cloth off. There's a body coming in. Be ready, folks. Wow, they're beautiful. Or not? You don't think the transformation Larry saw was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of the Pisces fell? See, Energy, I wasn't just a mirage or a mistaker after all. Hey, Miles, there sure is something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Half the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace.
If you wrap cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks kind of like Gemini.
Capricorn's half fish too. Had the lower half and it resembles Taurus. The remaining two, which couldn't be altered with trickery, were covered up.
So the Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace? Okay, Mr. Shields. It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Oh God. Oh no, here we go, folks. Mr. Davaste and Judge Courtney.
Hey, you guys again? This is a problem. You see, this is my crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth, it seems my power here is insufficient. If you're here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the goddess of law, I must pass judgment.
You've got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate.
Really? Let me hold that Flatfoot. We'll have to do that.
That?
Yeah, that. Right. Cut your salary. Looking forward to your next payday? I've always wanted to say that.
Yeah, you're the last person I wanted to hear cutting. I want to cut in my salary, pal.
Hold it right there, Devaste. I'm only cooperating with the police as a witness to the incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame.
So that's how it is. Well, should I be raising his salary?
No, that's not what I meant.
But it would be really nice to get my salary raised. I mean, I could buy 2 packs of ramen this week.
Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian, but past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth, and all his company, departed once from this holy site.
But that's, we just got here.
The one given the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian.
In other words, Mr. Davaste is the prosecutor in charge of this case.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I've already got my eyes set on the culprit.
What? Who, pal?
Well, naturally, that artist. Me?
What?
What's going on, Edgeworth? What's going on, Edgy?
Don't ask me. I still don't understand his reasoning.
If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it'll simply show how inculpable you are.
He doesn't even know what inculpable means.
That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable.
Yes, he's incapable. She just nonchalantly corrected him. Does she have to do that a lot? Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas.
And what was the cause?
Some normal substance. What was the name of it again? No, hold on a sec. I'll call the doctor to make sure.
Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him.
In that case, why didn't you tell us before he called?
Poison gas was caused by mixing 2 different types of chemicals. The names are normalinium and phenolium. What exactly are those chemicals? Normalium is a red liquid that is commonly used in everyday products. It can be found in paint and detergents, among other things, but it's not toxic by itself.
So you're saying that it's a substance readily available to anyone?
Yes, but Italian, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain.
Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for?
It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as Megatoxin X. Italian itself also has a deep white color, but is not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. Right now, we are looking into how this chemical was obtained. Maybe. That's a possibility.
Okay, I finally found the names of the 2 chemicals.
Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again.
Fine then, I'll cut to the chase. You know the normalium is from the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visited the art gallery, the only one who carried paint in was that artist.
You're treating me because it, like, God, it's so fucking hard to do their two voices back to back. What is going on? I need to get down underneath my desk and look real close to see where they keep coming, because now there's more of the fuckers up there. Why the fuck?
I'll have to get him afterwards.
You're treating me because of like a culprit just because of that? I am. God, it's like he's worse. He's fucking worse than Larry, which is the reason why their voices are fucking so similar. I object to the red paint on that palette you're carrying. Hey, Edgy, don't you think this prosecutor's kind of an idiot?
Indeed, although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd.
Hey, don't ignore me.
It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. With the first star to appear at night, show us reasoning that shines the best.
The first star shines the best. Not bad. Hey, you guys, you better listen up too. That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness, that pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think, Justine?
We can't ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off?
The only thing I leave behind is my bond of love with you. Oh, God, Larry, no, please, no. Don't fuck the cleric. Don't try to fuck the cleric. It's not a good idea. Can't get to the other one, but those three I've fucking rented. So, he should be fine.
Please watch what you say. I have a mallet, you know. My gavel's already prepared to declare you guilty.
Please pay no heed to this man's statements. He doesn't know what he says. Trust me. Hey, you guys. Ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Henchworth, if you've already admitted defeat, you should just take your leave. Even though I don't really have the time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Indeed, at first glance, this man seems suspicious. However, at first glance? What's with that first glance all of a sudden? Are you're trying to steal my spot as that's the star that shines the best. And would that make me the best artist? Larry, don't make this any more confusing. Please, no. Mr. Davaste, continue your reasoning now. Yes, apparently normalium is used in everyday products. Right, so the red paint is definitely suspicious. But it's also used in things other than paint, right? I guess you have a point. What do you think, Justine?
That's right. Normalium is also used in detergents, for example.
In other words, it might not have been paint that caused the gas. That's not true. Let me finish my reasoning. Even if the paint is the cause of the poison gas, it does not mean he is guilty.
Well, then if the paint's not the cause, does that mean that doesn't mean he's innocent either.
Well, now he's just trying to sound clever. Mimicking what Mr. Edgeworth says won't make you look cool at all. Hey, please, no. Do not let my statements look any worse than they already are right now.
Now then, it's about time to wrap up my shining logic.
God damn it, this is hard to do for an extended period of time. Do you truly claim that Larry is the culprit based only on that?
You have a problem with that? If you have a problem, then present evidence.
Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like he really wants you to do that.
Indeed, then I will do as he wishes and present evidence. It seems he doesn't pay much attention to what other people are saying. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Davaste's logic.
Why even bother making the phone call?
I'll finish this quickly. This is a waste of time.
I need to flip these. According to Mr. Shield, this allows you to change the color of the cloth. Let me try that out. Ooh, fancy. The cloth has started to glow. Ah! Fuck. The cloth is glowing with a light blue aura.
According to the detective report, it was wrapped up around the statue like this.
Well, it would seem. How is this related to our case? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. His logic's so dumb, I'm like, it's like coiled in on itself, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to be presenting here? Is it really the fact that it's caused by two chemicals? Is that really the thing? Like, what? I'm so mad. This is so... God, I hate this character so much. Mr. Davaste, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star. Don't you dare slander the shooting star and all of its glory, Mr. Edgeworth, by comparing it to Mr. Davaste. It shines the best like a shooting star, right? It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture. Exactly. So that's where the artist set out the gas, right? He used normalium in his red paint. As your senior, let me give you a piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. The poison gas was caused by mixing both normalium and fatalium together. The normalium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself. Really?
I thought I heard that normalium caused the fatality.
Oh my god, it's even worse.
Don't tell me you just misheard the fucking forensics report. Darn it! By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with poison gas. Time for you to realize how incapable you really are. Hey, what do you mean by incapable? You tried to use that word earlier. You still don't know what it means.
It means to say that you are lacking in ability.
Incidentally, inculpable has a completely different meaning. I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you? God, I hate this character. I'm merely saying that you are incapable in your investigation.
Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement.
What kind of doubts?
For all we know, Mr. Artist could have simply alt-entered the Autumn Palace at an earlier time. That's
Possible.
Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case?
The most important thing now is not the red paint. The red normalium and the white fatalium. Hey, how are these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern.
Naturally. It was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, we would have found that out by now. Fuck off, lady.
They were really good at making me, like, hate the opposition in this case. In these cases. Ever since they introduced this lady and this idiot, like, junior prosecutor who barely fucking knows what he's doing. I'm gonna laugh when she's like the murderer in the last case, and then we get to throw her ass in jail. I never intended to interfere. On the contrary, I'd like to cooperate. Don't tell me you're gonna say you know the cause of the poison gas. How the poison gas got started. I have something that may shed some light on this matter.
Sebastian, don't fall for his bluff.
Come now, it's fine, really. Let's hear what he's come up with.
If you say so, Sebastian.
Come on, show us. How did the poison gas start? Probably the burner? Like, probably? Take that! Like, I'm so confused. What is even happening? I must have evidence that showed how they were mixed. Stop telling me what to do, please. Give me a minute. Take that! Surely, oh God, that was not even the right tone. Surely you're not saying this was the cause of the poison gas? It seems even you've noticed it. Duh, it really stands out. Those red tears Larry saw were undoubtedly normalium. Huh? Wait a second. If those were chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas? I don't even have time to play along with them, honestly. The red tears of normalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas. What? Where do you even see evidence that chemicals are mixed? It can also be seen in the sketch.
You mean this giant chunk of problematic area down here? Come on. Pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the case of the Pisces sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed here. Hold on a second, I still don't get it. How does this show that the normalium and fatalium were mixed? We have a self-proclaimed artist here. I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist. You should know about mixing paints, right? What do you add to red to make pink? Don't take me for a fool, Edgy. I'll have you know I graduated from middle school. You add white to red to make it pink. It's common knowledge. Well, technically there's rose pink and baby pink and several others. That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. Davaste? So that's how it is. By mixing red normalium and white fatalium, you get a pink liquid. Yes, exactly. Long enough. I see. It looks like Mr. Davaste finally gets it.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. And that one possibility is that I gotta stop for the night. I wish I didn't. I wish I wasn't on fucking support lead. Because that would make my life a lot easier right now, but... That'd be. Alright. That's gonna be it for me tonight. Thank y'all for being here. You guys have all been awesome. I'm not gonna get the chance to stream tonight. Or this weekend. Because I'm gonna be... I told my parents I would come home for the weekend. So, I'm doing that. And then, after that, I guess we'll just be picking this back on Monday. This is technically my last night on support lead, but I don't transfer over the support lead title until tomorrow at 2 p.m. So until that time, I'm still the support lead. I still have to respond to anything that comes in. Thankfully, nothing's come in, but we're good. Yeah, we'll pick this back up on Monday. God, I can feel Sebastian Devaste dragging my IQ down. So, God. Oh, I did leave that. I did leave that on.
I think that's it. I'm gonna go relax for the night before I head to bed. I'm actually gonna have to turn the AC back up so it's not constantly running. And then, go from there. Alright? Alright. I'm gonna head out for the night. Thank y'all for being here. Before I head out, though, I do need one kindness from each and every one of you. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, whatever happens to be wherever you are at. I'll see you guys on Monday for more Ace Attorney investigations. Alright? Alright. Later.